From the title, you can see today was spooky, man. We made a killing on the charts today, man. Made about like 400, I'll call like 390, 3 something. Good money today. I'm okay with that money. I'm good with walking away for the day. Good money to me. It might not be good money to you, but it's good money to me, baby. Anyway, I want to show you how I caught this banger. Set up on US 30, YM1, Dow Jones. Listen, you can call it whatever you want to. I call it a killing. You know what I mean? I really does this. I don't win every day, but when I do win, I do win. Know what I mean? I want to show you guys how I make these trades happen every day. Hopefully you guys can learn something from how I take these trades, because I do the same thing every day. I swear to God, same thing every day. But with that being said, I want to get into the charts, but I want to give you guys a word of encouragement before I start. I don't know where you are right now in your journey, but don't quit. Don't give up. You can do what I'm doing way more than I'm doing. I know people who started just last year or a year and a half ago and are making way more money than I am. You know, everybody's journey is different. Don't give up. Focus on you and lock in. And let's lock into these charts right now. Let's go, baby. Let's get right into how I caught this banger trade on US 30 today, man. Listen, this is easy. This was an easy setup. You just have to be quick enough to catch it. But I digress. Let me jump back on a 1 hour time frame. If you guys are new to my channel, if you guys are new to my videos, if you guys are new to me, listen, this is how I trade. This is how I look for setups. I always start on the 1 hour time frame. The 1 hour gives me the big picture view that I need to dive down deeper. I dive down deeper to the 15 minute, to the 1 minute, and I really want to get all the details all the way until my entry point. So we start from the 1 hour. So I'm going to remove all these drawings and then we're going to redraw them, right? So let's remove them. On the 1 hour time frame, I like to look for the wicks at the high or the low. Same thing for the 15 minute time frame, but it's usually based on structure. So what can we see? The high is up here, right? So let me draw my wick. Let me draw a box around this wick, and I usually like to keep it purple. So I'm going to turn this box purple, and I'm going to, where's the next area? On the high time frame, the 1 hour low is like right here. We can see that this was the lowest point that is made before it created the highest point that is created. So right here is where I draw around the wick, around the lowest point that was created until this point. So now let's bar replay tool, show you guys what it'll look like right before 9:30 happened, right before the big move kind of really took off and it just went nuts. How I made my good money today. I just want to put you guys on game for real. So let's drop down to the 15 minute time frame. I'm really doing the same thing that I did on a 1 hour. On a 15 minute time frame, looking for zones that I can use to sell off, right? So I see a couple of zones. I see a zone right here. I'm just gonna put a line there. Usually I put a box, but for simplification, I'll put a line there. Zone right here, zone right here, zone right here, and even a zone down here. Right, I see multiple areas of interest that I can use to get into the market when the opportunity presents itself. Right, so now let's drop down to the 1 minute. Right before 9 o'clock happens, this is where I jump around the charts and I'm looking for trades at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, right before 9:30 opens. That's the New York Stock Exchange bell opening. So let's drop down to the 1 minute. Now on the 1 minute, I took buys initially. Initially, I didn't see sells. Well, I wasn't seeing sells in alignment to my strategy. So I was looking for buys. But now let me show you guys how I took this initial buy that I caught. I caught a 1-to-1, but initially it was a trade that I wanted to go to 2-to-1, but it turned around and stopped me out at break even, because I break even at 1-to-1. So you can see right here, boom, area of interest hit. Once this area of interest is hit, I'm looking for a break of structure. Where do we see the next area of break of structure? So we got the high here, we got low, high, low, high, low. So the break of structure would be right here. The break of structure would be right here at this next high. That's where I'm looking to take a buy from. So my entry would be right here, and my stop loss would be down here. So stop loss and entry. This is how my first trade idea looked like when I took the buys. See, boom. And I was easily targeting about right here, the next high. It was not a bad target, really. It was not a bad target, right? I wasn't looking to be greedy. I was looking to take at least like a 1-to-1, 1-to-1.2, 1-to-1.5, I meant 1-to-1.6. Nothing crazy, right? I wasn't being greedy, not on this trade, but it didn't happen. Let me fast forward the clips to around, price came down a little bit. Usually that's what happens. Price, readjust, and then we can get a better entry. So I think I got it. Yeah, I got it right about here. Yep, I got it right about here. Once it breaks this high, this is where I get in. So let's see what time that is. So around 9:19, I got in this trade initially 4 buys. So let's fast forward a little bit more. By 9:30, I got TP1. So right by 9:29, I got TP1. So once I get TP1, stops moves to break even. I'm risk free on the trade. I don't like to be up what I'm risking. Like if I'm risking $100 and I'm already up $100, which means I'm at a 1-to-1 risk reward ratio, I don't want to have no more risk on the table. I am now going to put my stops to break even or trail my stops, but most likely put my stops to break even in this, and that's what I did. And unfortunately, price came down. Price hit me at break even. Once it hit my 1-to-1, came back down, hit me out at break even. Tragic. I felt that one. I was like, all right, cool. Initially, on the start of the day, I already seen sells, but the sell opportunity wasn't present to me at the time. But now I see sells opportunity. Why? I'm going to show you in just a moment. So now let's get rid of all of this. Let's get rid of this area right here. If you can see, so this all comes from experience. From my experience on the charts, I can see structure way better than I would say people can. But for me, because I've seen it so many times, I've done the same thing so many times, I can see it with clarity. So structure, boom, structure. We had a break of structure, but right at 9:30, what happens? Boom. It shoots right back up. So I know structure was broken here to go for sells, but we had another push up. So now I'm looking at this area down here as another area to buy from. But you're gonna see price moved really quickly and I was unable to catch it the first time around. So boom, I was unable to catch the break of structure right here to get these sells. But I was like, all right, cool. Since I was unable to catch it the first time, let's still put the sell limit there and hope that price will come back and tap us in. The very next minute, price drops down. As I said, I initially missed the move because I just got stopped out at break even. So it already hurt me. So I wasn't even paying attention. But once it broke down and I started seeing the momentum shifting, I was like, okay, I see an area of interest. I see an area of structure in an area of interest that I can possibly take a sell from. Let's see if price will come back, retrace a little bit, tap me in, and then continue to sell off, which it did. See, boom. Price came right back to where I had my sell limit at. Because as I told you guys, I missed the initial sells from that area. So I waited to see that if price was going to come back and tap me in. So now my entry point is right here at 42.359 and my stop loss is 42, 407. So that's roughly around 50 points. My stop loss. And I was like, okay, boom. I know this trade is gonna work because I can see the momentum shift. If you look at the 15-minute time frame, it's probably gonna show you the whole candle, but if you look at the 15-minute time frame, you'll see that the wick at the top was the wick at the top, and the base, like around here, this is where we were. So I already seen the wick at the top. So jump back down to 1 minute. Boom. The next candle, TP1. Ah, man, I put my stop loss to break even so fast. I almost broke my fingers. Really. In the next very minute or two, let's call it. It took a little bit. It took a little bit. So I would say I got tapped in at 9:35 when it came back and retraced back into that area. And by 9:41, TP2 hit. It's that easy. It's that easy. It's that fast. Sometimes it happens that quick. And you have to be that fast and that vigilant to see that the setup is setting up at the time that it is. By the way, this trade went nuts. This trade went absolutely berserk. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't look for a bigger risk reward trade. TP2 is fine with me. If TP4 or 5 or you look for TP10, if that's fine with you, that's cool. But I'm okay with TP2. So we can see that. If we fast forward just a little bit more, TP4 got hit. And I was like, wow, this trade could have been like a home run. So, but I caught what I caught and I was satisfied with it. Today I worked away with around like 370, almost 400. That's cool with me. I'm good with that. If the whole point of trading is to trade with what's comfortable to you. I'm comfortable risking. I was risking about 170 on this trade. By the way, I'm trading across multiple accounts. So I'm trading my own live account and I'm trading a funded account or 2 funded accounts. So across 2 accounts, though, I'm only trading 1 live and 1 funded right now. I'm going to get a copy trader coming soon. But across the 2 live accounts, I made around 390. So I lost some money on the wick that stopped me out. I was at break even, but I still lost like around $40 on both of the trades. So let's call that $80. And then I was risking about 170 or 180, maybe 190. I'm not sure. I don't remember. On the second trade, and both of them hit TP2 on both accounts. So it kind of canceled out to only being 370 something. It would have been like a 450, maybe even a $500 day, hypothetically speaking. But I made what I made and I was comfortable with what I made. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments and leave a like and subscribe if you walked away with any value from this video. If you want to continue to learn how I catch banger trades, banger setups, trades that go to TP2, TP3, TP4, TP5 and really gives you the best risk to reward every single day, click this video right here.